Hi. This is going to be a short video tonight because the computer and I are having many battles. This is actually take number 7 or 8, I believe. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's just the computer tonight. But anyway, let's go ahead. And where are we going this week? India. That's it. Nowhere else. India. Why are we only doing one country this week? Well, because it is chapter 6 in your book, and this is Thanksgiving week. I would like all of you to spend some time in Thanksgiving or with relatives or whoever you would like to spend Thanksgiving with. So, and for some of you that may be, gee, I get a rest by myself for Thanksgiving. So what you do this week, you write on India. Is there enough to write about India? People, if you liked last week as much as I think you did, you're really going to love India. Because India is an ancient country which has a very unique history. You who are into the history of the countries will really like this chapter. The people of India were a colony of Great Britain for many years. So when you're doing your papers, you could do one of a couple things with India. You could say, I'm going to select 2 songs of India and write on them. Or you could do this. You could say, I'm going to write about one of the songs of India and I'm going to compare it to British brass bands, which is what you would look under on YouTube, which are British military bands, because Britain had military bands in all of their colonies, so many of the countries used that for their music while the British people were in control. But on the other hand, the music of India in this chapter is what the people of India considered their music, and I would go with that for the people of India. Now, there's another way you could go. Are you aware that the Beatles were greatly influenced by the music of India? You can look at that. You could compare the Beatles' music that was influenced by India with Indian music. So there's all sorts of aspects of it. One of the interesting things you'll find about the history of India when you read it is a man named Gandhi. Gandhi was a pacifist who actually helped get rid of the British in India and make India an independent country on its own. He did it by a means of peaceful resistance. You think, well, I've heard that before. Well, let's start back before Gandhi. There was a writer named Henry David Thoreau who wrote a book about Walden's Pond, living out by Walden's Pond, and he believed in peaceful resistance to things. He's a great philosopher, one of my favorite writers. I think maybe because I am paraphrasing him here, he said if someone does not work at the pace you work, does not seem to be working as you work, or doing what you do, maybe it's because he hears a different drummer and he marches to the beat of a different drummer. People, you have been marching to different beats of different drummers in this class ever since you started signing on and doing the forum. That is great. Keep marching to the drummer that you hear. The other quote that I always liked for Thoreau was, beware of all activities that require new clothing. I always like that one. So anyway, what we're going to do is you're going to write on India. You can compare the Indian music with other kinds of music. You'll see some definitions of India. It's pretty well cut and dried what their music is like, old music, new music, and how the music is arranged. And you'll see some words in there that you'll be unfamiliar with, but then if you look at them, you're going to see that basically the words for melody, rhythm, harmony in India. So, and how the time is coordinated, which is kind of interesting. I like the time section really well because time is one of my hobbies. So, with that in mind, you're going to have fun with India this week. Do not change a thing that you have been doing on the forums. You have impressed me tremendously. One of the things that impressed me is that you're starting to talk about your children listening to your music, or you listen to music with your children, or you are starting to think like a child and try to get rid of any preconceived notions. Years ago, I was teaching music appreciation in a college, and we had a concert with which the composer and his group had been nominated for the Pulitzer Prize in short music selections. The music was a little bit different, and we listened to it, and then the musicians started tearing up papers, ripping up papers, like little newspapers or whatever paper they had. They were ripping it up, and that was part of the composition. The next day in my music appreciation classes, a composer came to visit, and my students asked, we did not know how to react. We did not know whether that was supposed to be funny or serious. The composer said, what you will always want to do is look at the reaction of the children in the audience. They have no preconceived notions. They have no idea what they're looking at. If they laugh, it's supposed to be funny. If they don't laugh, it's not supposed to be funny. So keep thinking like little children as you expand your horizons into the other world. At the same time, it's nice to know that I was not the only one that heard bluegrass music in that one area. I really thought your responses this week were great. Keep the forums coming. If no one answers you when you write something on the forum, I will always answer. Let's try something new this week, folks. Let's see if we can keep me off the forums. And I just want to watch you guys answer everything and answer each other. And we've had some tremendous responses on the forum. You've had some very good papers. Don't change a thing. Just keep what you're doing right now. And enjoy India. Nice country. Tell me what you think about it.